Tips for your first time, how to be positive, workout routine, scared to have your first kiss, how to stop being jealous of one of your close friends, how to deal with a friendship breakup. Get ready with me while we have some girl talk. You guys asked me questions on Instagram and I'm here to answer them. I love this series because if you're someone that has so many questions but doesn't really have another female in their life that they can go to ask, I am here for you. TMI does not exist in this series. We're gonna talk about it all. The most common question is actually just tips on studying, being in university, and writing exams. And I think my biggest tip is that you need to figure out what works best for you, because what works best for me might not actually work best for you. I am a visual learner. I can't just have an audio on and fully grasp a full idea. At the end of the day, I'm gonna have to write it out or see it. So for me, that's kind of what my learning technique is. That is how I get to retain information. So my biggest tip, especially if you're in university or even first year, why was I gonna say first year of high school? First grade of high school, ninth grade, is to take your time and figure out what works best for you. There's so many different study methods. There's so many different ways that you're gonna absorb energy. What's wrong with me? There's so many different study methods out there, and you're gonna have to experiment to kind of see what works for you. Certain classes, you're probably gonna be fine just reading the information, and if you're that interested, you might just absorb it. But there's gonna be other classes that might be a little harder, and you're gonna have to work around what works for you. So I can't give you a concrete answer, but what I will say is try everything out and then kind of see what is working for you. A lot of you guys are in university or in high school, and I do want to say don't be so hard on yourself, especially if you're in high school. Yes, your grades matter, yes, school matters, but be patient and kind with yourself. When you are explaining a concept to a friend, you explain that concept with so much patience and grace and understanding. And when your friend is still not getting it, you try to think of different ways. You get creative of how you can explain this concept to your friend. So I want you to give yourself the same level of patience and grace and understanding. I know that sometimes school can be frustrating to the point where you might even start crying because you can't understand a concept. I know I'm not the only one in that boat. So I just think that you need to remember that you are talking to a friend, talk to yourself nicely, and figure out what works for you. Question number 2 is how to be confident. I love this question. I think confidence really has to do with self-love. How much do you love yourself? How much do you invest in yourself? I think once you really start to focus on self-love, confidence just comes with. It's the cherry on top type of thing, but you have to put the work in to grow your self-love. And I think so many of those qualities that are around confidence and self-love and self-appreciation and all of those other things comes with really learning to love yourself. And that doesn't just mean that you're doing some sort of self-care. There's so many other ways you need to invest in yourself besides self-care. Yes, self-care is important, but think about all of the other things. Really sit with yourself, work on your energy. Think about who else am I giving all of this energy to? Where is all this energy leaking? What are things that give me energy? And spend time with yourself. You need to spend time with yourself. You need to go on solo dates. You need to do solo activities. Whatever you like to do, you need to learn how to do certain things by yourself, because I promise you that is when you get to sit with yourself, connect with yourself, listen to yourself, get to know yourself. And that's all a part of your self-love journey. And when you really start to love yourself and accept who you are, accept the things that you're insecure about, all of those things, confidence will just follow. I promise you, confidence is just a cherry on top. I really like to talk to the little personalities in my brain. There's confidence, there's fear, there's my inner boss, type A type of person. There's fun Simran. I think there's these little personalities inside my head, and sometimes I have to call on confident Simran, and I literally do that. I talk to myself out loud and I tell myself hey, scared Simran, I need you to stop worrying. I understand that you have concerns, but I really need confident Simran to kick in right now and for her to remember who she is and just like get this done. Speak on this panel, stand up for yourself, whatever it is. Go on that first date. Like, I literally tell my brain that I need a certain personality to outshine right now and that my other personalities need to just take a seat in the back. And I know that actually might sound crazy to some people. You're probably like, what is actually wrong with you? But I really think that we have the ability to like switch and turn on and off different parts of our personality. And sometimes you have to just call on those personalities and really commit to letting those personalities come out. For example, when I'm making a YouTube video, of course there's fear in the back. Of course there's some part of me that's worried about something, but I just tell fear, take a back seat. I need confident Simran to come out. And sometimes reminding myself of my accomplishments really pushes me to be even more confident. I think when we're someone that, if you're someone that's like me, I'm constantly thinking about the next big thing. Like, this is great, I've done this, okay, on to the next. And I don't really sit in like how accomplished I am. So for me to sometimes grow my confidence when I feel like I need a little extra boost, I will remind myself of all of the amazing things that I've done, and every single time I thought I couldn't do something, I got it done, and that really pushes me to just be more confident, especially if you just need a little boost like in the moment. Question number 3 is tips for your first time. Girl, you gave me no context. Are we talking like tips for your first time? Are you kissing someone? Tips for your first time you're dating someone? Tips for your first time doing something a little more? Like, you would need to give me a little bit more context for me to answer that a little better. But I think I'm just gonna assume above all and give you advice on everything. So my credentials for your first kiss, to give you advice, is that I really don't have a lot of credentials. I'm gonna be honest. I'm 25, I've only kissed 3 people. That's literally it. I've never like hooked up with someone. I've never kissed a stranger. And I'm not here to judge anyone that ever has. Like, girl, get it. I just like don't think I can, or like, I don't know, actually. I know how to kiss. Why did I say don't think I can? Okay, backtrack. Clearly I'm a child because like, why am I laughing and getting all awkward about this? I'm so scared my family's gonna see this. I had my first kiss with someone that I was dating. So like, I've never kissed a stranger is like what I'm saying. And then same thing with the second, and then same thing with the third. Like, it's never just been like a complete stranger. Like, we've been like in a talking phase or we've been dating. Like, it's always been someone that I genuinely have feelings for. That is like what I'm trying to say. Like, I've never kissed a stranger. So I will say, like, everyone's experiences are so different. Like, I have some friends that are super chill and they have no problem and they think someone's cute and they want to kiss them and they kiss them. Like, girl, you do what you want to do. I think for me personally, I feel like I need to have feelings for you. Like, I can't kiss somebody unless I like them, and that's just me. So you need to really figure out like what it is that you kind of want. Like, if you just want, some people just want to get their first kiss over with, and they do. And I've had so many friends just be like, I just kissed this guy, I was at a party or like whatever, we went on a date, I kissed him, my first kiss is done, it's out of the way. You gotta do what you gotta do. Sometimes you wanna like experiment, and that's fine. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Some people just wanna like pull that band-aid off. I'll be honest, I don't really think I had like an interest. Like, my mind wasn't I was never that type of girl that was just like, I need a boyfriend, I need to kiss someone. Like, I was honestly just like focused on school. Or just like sad, I don't know. So I just like didn't really care for it when I was in high school. And then when I had a boyfriend, of course I wanted to kiss my boyfriend. And that's when I had my first kiss. Like, I didn't even kiss him when we were talking. Like, I literally kissed him after we became boyfriend and girlfriend. And if you are asking me for more than just your first kiss, I also don't have a big portfolio on that either. So like, I don't know what what do you mean in terms of tips? I really don't know. But I will say, like, if you are just someone that's like thinking about it and you like someone or whatever, again, it's such a personal choice. Like, I think getting someone's opinion might actually not be the smartest thing, because your friends are gonna view something so differently than how you view it. And I think you really need to just sit with yourself and think, like, do I want to kiss this person? Do I want to do more than kissing with this person? Like, whatever you feel comfortable with is really what you should be doing. I will say that as you grow, for most people, again, I can't talk for everyone. I'm not talking for every single female out there. This is just me, my personal experiences. I personally need to feel connected with someone to even like touch their hand. Like, I have this bubble and I don't like people in my bubble, especially guys. So I don't really let anyone like in my bubble, like, don't touch me, don't hold my hand, don't kiss me, unless I've let you in my bubble. And I think maybe that's why, like, I've only really kissed 3 people, because I've only really let 3 people in. But that is just me. That is just my personal experience, is that I want to hold someone's hand. I want someone to grab my waist. I want to do those things only if I really have feelings for them. Otherwise, I just don't really like giving people access to me, my energy, my time, my body. My personal opinion, okay? Question number 4 is how to manifest your dream life. I made a whole video about this. Okay, I'm gonna see if you can probably find it on my page 100%. I just started posting on YouTube, so you can easily find it, but I'm gonna see if I can also maybe link that as like an end card video if anyone's interested. After this video, go watch that whole video. I went into like a whole in-depth thing of like how I've really manifested my dream life, and I think it is so helpful. But to just give you a little bit of a sparks note to like answer your question, I think that your mind has the ability to literally create whatever you want. Like, your mind is so powerful, and I think people forget that. And you need to treat the universe like you are at Starbucks. You're gonna put your order in, and you're gonna be so damn specific about what you want. When you order a coffee at Starbucks, you do not say a coffee. No. What size do you want? Tall, venti, grande? What's your preference? Which coffee do you want? What type of milk do you want? Light ice, full cup of ice? How much milk? How much sugar? Extra caramel? Do you want whip? Like, you go into all of these details. So many of you do when you're ordering at Starbucks, and that is what I want you to do. I want you to start putting it out there. This is what I want, and be as freaking specific as you want. And then I just want you to work towards it. You're going to leave it there. You're going to leave up your manifestations. You're going to write them out, say them out loud, and then you're just going to leave them there. And then you're just going to start thinking about, okay, my future self that wants these things, what is that version of me in the future doing? And then you're going to start doing those things. Okay? Does that person wake up in the morning and go to the gym? Is that person making millions of dollars? Okay, what are they doing to make millions of dollars? What small thing can you do to get into that direction? What door can you walk into to walk into a room full of opportunities? That's it. And then the rest is in a whole other video, okay? I think I have blush blindness, especially on this cheek. I didn't realize how much product I picked up. So I'm gonna have to clean that up. Someone else asked how to be more positive. I feel like I kind of answered that. Like, well, I guess confident and positive is different. But positive, I will say that you need to commit to being positive, because your brain, and I'm pretty sure this is like a scientifically proven thing, is more likely to entertain the negative outcome of something than it is positive. So for you to be positive, for you to be a positive person, learn to commit yourself. And I think that really comes down again to self-love. How much do you love yourself to commit to things? Because to commit to things isn't easy. And then I want you to really focus on your mindset shift. So anytime you have a negative thought, you are going to replace it with something positive. If I am sitting here and I am saying, oh my God, I have this meeting tomorrow, I have to do a proposal, it's not going to work out. What am I putting out? It's not going to work out. I'm just adding on to my anxiety about something not working out. But what if I switch that? I call myself out for having that thought. And then I say, you know what? It is gonna work out because everything works out for me. Everything works in my favor. Do you see how I was smiling in that sentence? Do you see how being positive and putting that out there immediately makes you happier? Replay that, Akam, when you're editing this, because I'm pretty sure that there was a difference in like my tone. Oh my God, I have this meeting tomorrow. I have to do a proposal. It's not gonna work out. It is gonna work out because everything works out for me. Everything works in my favor. If there wasn't, I think when you say it, you'll also notice just like the words you say, what you put out there, your body will react. Okay, if you're saying negative shit, you're not gonna smile saying all this negative shit. You're obviously going to smile when you're saying something positive. If something can't work out, why can't it? Of course it can. Be delusional. That's a part of being positive. So many positive people are actually delusional, aka me. I literally am so delusional about everything. Everything is working out for me. If something hasn't worked out, it's because I'm being protected from something else. And that's what keeps me so freaking happy and so positive and so optimistic. And you know what? Even when things in the past haven't worked out, they've always worked out later. Even if something wasn't clicking to me in the moment, I know a few months, a few years, whatever, it ended up working out. I do not look back and think, oh my God, I regret that, because that wouldn't have put me exactly where I am in this moment, filming a YouTube video, doing what I love doing, creating content, inspiring people, connecting with people, building a community. So you know what? It is gonna work out. Why wouldn't it work out? The next question is how to enjoy being single. I got a few questions like about being single, romanticizing like your single life. How do you do it? And just like how long I've been single. I have literally been single, like I mean not even talking to anyone for a year. And I've been like single, whereas like I don't have like an official boyfriend or whatever, for 2 years. So I have really, I think, in a lot of ways, mastered the art of enjoying being single. And sometimes I really enjoy it, to the point where I'm like, I don't even want to entertain a man. I am so good and I am so happy. And to the point where sometimes it scares me a little bit, because I'm like, girl, how are you going to find a husband like this? But I don't think there's anything wrong with it either. I think that you are going to go through different phases and you need to learn to love and enjoy all of them. Trust that what's meant for you is going to be for you. And then I think once you have that trust is also when you start to enjoy being single. As you grow your confidence, as you start to love yourself, you are going to learn how much you really don't. What am I trying to say? As you learn to love yourself, you're going to realize that you don't really need anyone. Like having a partner is always an addition. People really don't enjoy being single because they don't like to do things alone. Or people don't enjoy being single because they need someone to constantly talk to, constantly validate them, make them feel seen, make them feel heard. When you're single, you don't have that. Especially if you're single and you choose to not talk to anyone. I did not have anyone telling me, reassuring me, doing all of those things for a full year. I had to learn to give that to myself. And I think as soon as I started to work towards that direction is when the confidence came in, the self-love came, and I really enjoy being single now. Yes, of course I want a husband. Yes, of course I want a boyfriend. Like, yes, of course I want all of those things, but I'm not a miserable single person. I love to find the joy in little things. I love to take myself out. I think I've romanticized life more. I've romanticized every little thing that I do. I love my female friendships. Like, being single has allowed me to do so many other things. And I think a lot of people don't realize that, because when you're in a relationship, sometimes you are held back from doing certain things. And then there's a lot of people that are in relationships and they wish that they were single. They wish that they still had some time to themselves. Being single comes with a lot more freedom in certain ways. And I don't want anyone that's in a relationship to be offended. But when you're in a relationship, and I am like this, like I love someone, I'm committed to someone, I will show up for you in all capacities. But when I'm single, I don't really have that. Like all of my time, everything is towards myself. Like there's no one else that I have to share my time with. And I think that on its own is just like such a blessing and such a gift, especially when you're like in your 20s or you're in a phase of growth and figuring things out. Having all that time in the world is amazing. I feel like if I was in a relationship right now, I wouldn't be able to give myself the time that I'm giving myself. I wouldn't be able to grow my career as fast as I'm growing my career because I would split my time. And that is my personality. If I love you, I'm going to prioritize you. I'm going to show up for you in every freaking capacity. Your dreams are my dreams. How can we do this together? But of course, to help you get to your dreams, I'm going to take away from some of my own time. And that is a sacrifice. When you get into a relationship, you have to make sacrifices. You have to be okay to make those sacrifices, at least to be in a healthy and like a strong, good relationship. And that is what I want. So I think I've really started to enjoy being single once I started noticing and realizing and recognizing and acknowledging all of the blessings that come along with being single. Really, really, really passionate there. And I think that's insane because 2 years ago, I don't think I would have ever said any of these things to you guys. Last question, because after this I need to go do my hair in the washroom, so I'm gonna get up from here and stop filming, is pretty much just around friendship and jealousy and how to deal with that and how to deal with like friendship breakups. Friendship breakups are really hard. I think sometimes friendship breakups suck more than relationship breakups, let's be honest. And I think that a lot of it just has to do with most of the time people just outgrow each other. And certain people just come into your life for a specific period of time. And I know that the thought of that might hurt to hear. The thought of that, that's not what I was trying to say. Sometimes certain people just come into your life for a specific period of time, and I know hearing that sucks and it hurts, but we all have like our own life lessons to learn, and sometimes people are only there for a few months or a few years, and then a relationship breaks and it ends, and it doesn't always make sense in the moment why that relationship breaks or why it had to end like that or why it had to get so ugly. But I think over time you do start to realize that like, oh, okay, maybe that was a blessing. I really think that if you guys are meant to cross paths, you guys will cross paths and you guys will reconnect your friendship and everything will be okay. And you just need to trust that. And I know that that is so hard, and sometimes people think that's such shitty advice. I know it sucks to hear, but I also just think that everything has its own timeline and everything is going to play out the way it's meant to play out. So send that person love. Thank them for the time that they were in their life. They were in your life because you probably had such an amazing time with them. You probably made so many memories. And then just recognize that you guys are probably just on different pages, and that's okay. And if somebody doesn't want to be friends with you and they don't see your value and your worth, girl, there's nothing to be crying about, because that on its own is such a big blessing. Why would you want to chase someone that doesn't want to be in your life? Why do you want to be begging someone? Like, you are so much better than that, and you have so much to bring to the table. And someone that sees you and values you and like really, really, really understands the depth of you and like everything you are as a human, they will not walk away. They will stay and they will make it work. So that's just my little advice when it comes to friends or even just relationships in general. And in terms of the whole like being jealous of your friend thing, it's understandable. I think what you're feeling is okay. You should never, like, don't beat yourself up for feeling that way. I think you recognizing it, you asking for advice means you're a good person. It's okay to get jealous. Sometimes we really want things and our friends get it first, or our siblings get it first, or our cousins get it first, and like some part of you gets jealous. And that is okay. It's totally fine. So I think recognize it. Don't be hard on yourself. And again, have faith that what's meant for you is going to be yours. Like, why are you even getting jealous? For example, let's say your friend just got a job. Your friend has a job. Now your friend is making all of this money. They're doing so well in life. And, you know, you are having a hard time. You're having a hard time finding a job. You're applying, you're putting in the work, you're doing everything that you need to be doing, and you're not getting a job, and you can't afford, you know, all the things your friend's like able to afford. Instead of being jealous, I want you to put that energy towards something else, and I want you to entertain the idea that what if you get it times 10? What if you get it even better? What if you get an even better job? What if you get even more money? What if you get even more experiences? What if you even get a better relationship, a better partner? Entertain that idea. Maybe it's taking longer for you because you're meant to have something better, something that's more aligned to you. Just because your friend has it, maybe it's just what's aligned to them. Maybe you're meant to have something so much better. So is being jealous really going to get you anywhere? No. You're putting your energy into the wrong things. Refocus, bring that energy back. Acknowledge that you're jealous. That's okay. It's okay to sometimes be jealous. But what are you going to do? Sitting in that jealousy is not going to get you anywhere, right? So entertain all of the other possibilities. And I think that is what's going to help you feel a little better. All right, I am ready. I am going to touch up whatever I need to touch up because I literally don't know how I look. So I'm going to fix up whatever is probably not looking good, fix up my hair, and get out of here. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you made it to the end, as always, I love you so much for being here, for supporting me. Please make sure you like, leave a comment, subscribe if you're new here. I would love for you to just be a part of my community. And if you are not comfortable asking questions here, you can always DM me and I will try to answer it for the next series. I'm sending you guys so much love. I love and appreciate every single one of you that support me. Thank you for being here. I hope that you are doing amazing things, and I hope that watching my videos makes you feel a little better, adds a little bit of joy to your day. Thank you for hanging out with me. Bye.